Hey there, everyone. The doctor is in, and we are finally no longer having audio issues.
Hi, I'm the tired pierogi.
Who is finally here. She's normally here during Phoenix Wright streams, because those ones don't frustrate her quite so much. But, shall we begin? As I learned earlier that this one thing in Final Fantasy VII with old pipes.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me!
The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poisoned cup of coffee.
No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw... Oh, I forgot to watch that. Okay. I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright?
This court finds the defendant. This court is adjourned.
Sort of, and also not. Okay, bear with me for one moment, because there's one character that shows up who was in a previous case, and I completely forgot what my voice for this character was, and I'd like to remain consistent with them, so I'm going to mute for just a moment while I look that up. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we're good to continue. January 6th, 10:03 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Ah! The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So, I've decided that our resolution should be... Zavari, take on the world! What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya. But I think you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never! You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, pal!
Detective Gumshoe? Happy New Year, Detective!
Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. All right, pal. You've got some explaining to...
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
Oh, what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but,
Yay, thanks!
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No, I mean, yes, I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
Guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Well, let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this.
What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced. Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this?
It's a report, pal, about you.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it.
But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway?
December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But
I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. I was involved in a poisoning case years ago, but that's not the point. So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility.
No way. You don't mean a phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one too.
So, what are you gonna do about it, pal?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves?
But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember.
You better make this right, pal. Now! And that means taking the case back to court. Got it?
Sounds like we got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year.
So, you're taking the case, right? Good! I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal?
I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I'm kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? So, what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention center and talk. Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right? Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony. Shin Yop, I mean. I hope not. Ugh. What kind of a name for an evil double's Shin Yop, anyway? Ah, Nick, I've got it! If you're going to ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no. Spoil sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me? What do you mean? I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something. Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange. Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, then maybe it's because of our new guilty client. Alright, to the detention center. This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you? Yes, I am! I'm totally and utterly let down. Ah, are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird? Maggie Bird. Ah!
Her.
Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquit? Oh, sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes. You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick.
Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year.
Illegal firing.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoy being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on.
Well, you have to remember this is Japanifornia. Laws are different.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Just because they say it's California does not mean the laws are the same as in California. So it's Japanifornia. The laws are like Japan. Even then, that's not quite right.
Yeah, I guess I was just trying. I don't know what I was trying to do.
I don't know either. Apply real-world laws to a game where you can cross-examine a parrot.
Right.
So what do you do now? In the second act of the life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I forgot about him.
It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Tribulations.
Tribulations?
Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included.
Oh.
There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I'd never even seen the guy before.
Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright.
Guess the answer to my question is my phony. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? Why does it... Anyways, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy.
So if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw... Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know, but nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
A small bottle of poison. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious.
Yeah, so motive doesn't really matter quite so much if you have no one else with means or opportunity. And no one else saw this other guy.
No, sir. That's what everyone has said. But I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men. Oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was Mick something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess. So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was Mick Screwdriver. Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that? Maybe MC Screwdriver, but... what was the name of the group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that it was a young man, well-built like the victim, really. Okay, let me present the magazine clipping to her. Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey, this article is about my case! Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? Yes, sir! It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Ugh. Hey, Maggie, was my evil double I am here too? No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya. No. It would have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said. Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before, so how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange. Only a little? Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady, and your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and so the guy was nothing like me then! But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney, so we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright? Do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Ugh, Jen Yop is really gonna pay for this. You know, okay, I understand. You've had bad luck, lady. But you fell from the 9th story of a building as a child. And near as I can tell, your entire body is in perfectly decent working order.
I mean, the fire department could have gotten there in time.
I'm just saying, like, there are people that...
Their healthcare must be really great.
There are people who would kill for that kind of luck. I'm just saying.
What are you staring at me like that for?
But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Jin Yop for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where our Trey Bien is.
Right, the restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick, let's go check out this restaurant and its food.
Yeah, we'll go to the Criminal Affairs Department first.
ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. Probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. Guess it means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. Oh, look at this. It's the blue badger. Hey, that's a police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it. And now it's a national symbol of the police force.
So what's with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief?
Yep, meet the pink badger.
So one's called blue and the other's called pink, but they're both called badger?
You got it. They're married.
Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you.
Oh, mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. All right. To Tribulations. We welcome you, commoner, to our world of beauty. Oh, they got police tape here and everything. How about that? Wow, look at this place. Look, more like smell. What is it with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? American girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to seat us. Maybe there's no one here? Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant, and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can.
That's suspicious.
It is a Charles Q. Banks with a raid of 15. Thank you, Sir Charles, for the raid. Appreciate you. And welcome in, Raiders. I am Dr. Novelle. I am your host for this evening.
And I am the tired Pyrogi.
Yes, I am a variety streamer of sorts with a focus on games with unvoiced text for the most part. That is at least what I try to stream on Wednesdays. Right now I'm working on the original Final Fantasy VII on Sundays with Phoenix Wright for the time being on Wednesdays. And welcome in Five Lucis and Ice the Unknown Ranger. Welcome in. Charzy with the Charles Raid emotes. Huzzah. Yes. Oh, and Five Lucis with an Anya emotes. At least I think that's Anya. It could be a completely different pink-haired anime girl, though. So. Okay, Chewbacca I recognize. How was your stream, Charles? Alright, well, while we've got people here... Funny, we were just talking about cats, and two of the kittens I feed, I named Phoenix and Edgeworth. Oh, okay, that is awesome. I love it. I love it. We also have cat emotes for followers on this channel, such as my favorite, the Lurk emote. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, while we've got people funneling in here, I'm going to get back to investigating. Thank you so much for being here. Follows are appreciated, as always. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. And thank you for following Five Lucis, and see, they're brothers and are both gingers. That's hilarious. Oh, do they both have orange cat syndrome?
Well, the other thing is, if we end up getting an orange cat, I would like to name it Kyo.
Kyo, right, from Fruits Basket.
Yeah.
Okay.
But our cats have orange cat syndrome from time to time.
Mostly Pen. Mostly Pen. Okay.
Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. Something stuffed in behind the rack. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this! Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. No. Okay, they do not have Orange Cat Syndrome. Phoenix is bold and calm, and Edgeworth is wary but sweet. Well, aside from the calmness, that seems very much to suit the characters from the game.
Yep.
Alright, let's see what this doodle is. MC Bomber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And thank you for following Tubberjack44. I did pronounce that right. And for happy trails to you for following as well. Thank you so much. All right, where was I? $100,000? Maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper. It's from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? A paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. I'll take it to Maggie later. All right, so let's see what's... It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I'd look stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh? I found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. I better try to find out everything I can about it. Shock react to the paper, yes. Alright, what's this? And thank you for following Ice the Unknown Ranger. Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all these personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bone china cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya, this is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. Yeah, if they're related to the Crane family, maybe. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. You know you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. Yeah, this table's set nicely. I'll be right back, gotta do a thing. Alright, no worries, Ice. Thank you. This table's set nicely, just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip. It's not a sunflower. I don't think. Duh, even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know, dag nabbit. I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Like, dang it, Maya, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or to your left. Well, that would explain why some of the other customers weren't able to see the other guy, probably. What do we got here? No clues here. Hey, this must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know! Why can I picture you doing just that? Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Thank you for the lyric emote. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snowing. Gotcha. I was only kidding, Maya. Nick, there are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. Still, such rude pawn, Phoenix. How dare you? Okay, did we... I think we got everything we can look at.
And... oh, here we are. It's the restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door in French. Probably says open or closed. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which since I don't know Jacques about French. He doesn't know Jacques. Alright, let's... is that... okay, I guess we gotta go back to the detention center and present this sports paper to Maggie.
Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggie, that paper's actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder.
And Guts and got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no.
I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Maybe one of the customers left it behind.
Anyway, what I want you to do is take a look at this scribble here.
Ah, that's it, sir! MC Bomber. That was the name that was written on the CD.
Just as I thought.
I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So that $100,000 was being a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. Master of Karine, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme.
Okay, Maya.
So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh? I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick?
Alright, so... okay, nothing else to talk about. Good, let's go back to Tribulations, see if we've got... aha!
Oh la la, bonjour! Welcome to La Tribulations! Oh, hello.
What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff.
Oh, that's what happened. Bienvenue! Welcome to my petit restaurant. Huh? B Avenue? Oh no, my petit tulip. Huh? Me? Look at his face, like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You're fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bathol melange of La Neroli and La Rosa. My personal recommendation. You think I need what? Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la bath water and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic! Really? And for le monsieur?
Who, me?
Look at that face, like the poop. Puppy rejected by life itself. You're fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot, and maybe an hint of, oui. I will add the peppermint and la clary sage for a fragrance exceptional. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur.
My beauty?
Alors, if you will be seated, I will bring you la special menu of the day.
Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers.
Mais bien sûr. I know this is already, monsieur. You are La Phoenix, right, no?
Yes. You know me? Thank you. I appreciate the...
Mais oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Jen Yop.
Looks like everyone to do with this case knows who, quote-unquote, I am already.
I wonder what sort of impressions Jen Yop's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce you myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong. Enchanté.
Enchanté, that is one way to put it. Sure.
So what does très bien mean? I know très, that means 3, right? No. Très bien is Francois. In English, you would say, very good.
Oh, very good.
Oui, exactement. L'atmosphère est très bien, and la cuisine is très bien.
If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here?
The cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine.
Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands.
So you're running this place on your own now?
Oui, for le moment, no one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi.
Please don't eyeball me while you say that.
I am the chef. I am the manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist.
A roaming what?
A practitioner of the aromatherapy, the art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas.
Delicate. The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident?
Bien, it makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened.
Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing.
So it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in out for coffee suddenly became ill.
Because of the poison in his coffee?
That is less proof, as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair.
He was dead?
Mon Dieu! Oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also.
And this man who died, was he alone?
Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but...
I see.
The police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing.
Old man? What old man? So who is this old man that you mentioned?
At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here.
What? Someone else saw it?
Maybe, as usual, he came alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table.
But Maggie swears that there were 2 people.
Mais, mademoiselle, la lawyer, he could not prove this, no?
About the lawyer, that was me, I suppose?
Mais bien sûr!
Oh, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up?
Okay.
We'll be back if we need to be. Maybe Gumshoe's back at the Criminal Affairs Department by now. Nope, nothing. Okay. Maybe I need to present. Okay, back to... Très bien. Alright, present the sports paper to him. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here.
One of my customers must have left it behind.
Do you have any idea which customer it was?
The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I save for my kitchen. I'm not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court that day was a little, how you say, lacking, perhaps? Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You are very cool, though. Oui, so handsome.
Wow, I wonder just how bad the defense could have been.
Every time you open your mouth, the old courthouse stirred.
Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine.
Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town.
I think I can imagine how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge?
Oui, you flashed it to everyone in the restaurant.
Looks like Jin Yap is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick.
Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas?
Yes, but she had to quit for, reasons beyond her control.
Oui. She was the suspect in the murder investigation, no?
Oh, you know about that?
That is why I gave to her la perfume for la happiness.
Happiness perfume?
Oui, blended from bergamot, like I have given to you before.
But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time.
This is true. Our natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong.
Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work.
I'm not surprised she was la prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes.
Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. Alright, Maggie's motive. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen?
Oui, I suppose you could say so.
So what happened?
No, it was nothing.
Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
Oui, it is true.
If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Psyche locks. Oh, wait, what are we gonna do, Nick? Just have to remove... What the... What's wrong? The Magatama, it's gone. Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. What? But I could see the Psyche locks. Maybe that means the Nagatama's nearby. Mr. Armstrong, can I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there?
That is a question you'll have to ask him yourselves.
Huh? M?
The old man spends all his time dans le parc.
Le Park? Oh, a park. What park's that?
Behind the restaurant, it's called Vitamin Square.
Thank you.
Je vous en prie, my dear.
Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Not a moment too soon. So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. My, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Ugh, my grumpiness threat level's just been raised to red. Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes.
I just want to ask you a couple questions. Not for, but at them. Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons?
He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this!
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird?
I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
It's a disgrace, I tell you. An utter disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that.
Revealing? You mean her uniform?
The youth of the today. They don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not one ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
You? Your problem is you lack any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Do you go to Tribulations a lot?
A miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve there is not food. Where's the sushi? The tempura? The rice?
Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. What about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to their... Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Welcome back, Ice the Unknown Ranger. Listen, it's not my restaurant.
Ha! It's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable!
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Haha, take that.
Who's my favorite prosecutor so far? By far, Edgeworth. Throughout the whole series, I would rank... let's see. If we're talking this era of attorneys, Barrack von Zeeks is another category entirely, I think. But Edgeworth's number 1. Godot is probably number 2. Number 3 would be Clavier. No, Blackquill's number 3. Number 4 would be Clavier. And followed by Francisca and then Sadmati. That's not counting the one-off prosecutors like Manfred von Karma and... Wait, was there another one-off prosecutor? Oh, wait, there's also Winston Payne. I forgot about him. And Gaspin Payne, his brother. Is he going to run out of seeds? I think he's got an infinite ammo code. He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a Psyche lock or two. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama's only on loan. You better find it or else. If Rose ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. Alright. Hey, look! Pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them, too. Did you know the pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. Ooh, there's a magazine here. You don't like Sadmati? Yeah. Let's see, Blackquill's your favorite, then Clavier, then Francisca, then Edgeworth, then Godot, then Winston, then Manfred, then Gaspin, and then finally... Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgusting rogue picking up something someone else threw away.
Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
Ah! That's none of your business.
Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back!
Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up.
Hey, that's mine!
Looking at this orange reminds me of what? That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know. You don't have to tell me twice. Did you not eat enough of them? Is that it? This place is so fruity. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Then that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo! No way. I get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too. I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe. Really? You? Sure. Finding iron fillings in the sand with a magnet was my favorite thing to do. Iron filings? Wow, that's too exciting for words. Bananas are your favorite fruit? Not sure what... I think my favorite fruit is a watermelon. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So, did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found back when. You want them? No. I do love their banter sometimes. Okay, I think, short of presenting stuff to this guy, we've got nothing else to do here. So
Never change, Maya. Alright, let's see. Excuse me, sir. Can I just ask you about this? Sir?
Here you go, boy. How does a pigeon feed sound to you?
This wasn't exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. Okay, same thing. Magazine clipping, don't care. Alright, what about my attorney's badge? Pigeon feed. Okay. Actually, across the... You came across the first Ace Attorney was on the Wii, and you kept calling objections through the court case just to hear the reactions. Okay. I liked the Wii version of Ace Attorney because you could flick your Wiimote at the screen to raise an objection. Alright, so let me see. So the Magatama's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, what's this? It's a rack full... Wait. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Hold on. Rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Looks like Mr. Armstrong doesn't get any newspapers. Well, it wouldn't exactly suit the feel of the place, would it? Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic like in these mags, Maya? Yeah, I'd look stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh? I found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. I better try to find out everything I can about it. Okay. Maybe Gumshoe's back? Nope, he's still not back. Okay, so I'm missing something. Oh, hold on. Examine, that's what I needed. So there's something I'm missing here. Oh, what's this? Oh, no, I thought there was something there, but no. Because I'm missing the Magatama, which means that it must be someplace I've already been. It could have slipped out of my pocket when I was back at the office. Okay, I've already looked at all this. Enjoying the different voices here. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, speaking of which, water sips. Gotta make sure you're well hydrated when doing the more gravelly voices. Oh, and thank you for redeeming first. Okay, let's see. Nice. Game is both fun to play and watch. Yeah, I would agree. Like, sometimes getting to see people react to things for the first time is a nice little treat with the game. My personal rule with visual novel streaming is that I must have played the game at least once, because of the fact that in order to do a proper characterization for everyone, I like to know what everyone's motives were. You know, get a feel for their personality. Otherwise, I can end up creating a voice that's completely wrong for the character. And it also gives me opportunity to provide those, oh, hold on. Oh, maybe if I present Maggie to him, that would do it. It gives me an opportunity to provide subtle foreshadowing in dialogue that might otherwise slip by someone's notice if it were unvoiced. Okay. Alright, so present Maggie Bird's profiles. No, pigeon seeds. Alright. What about this fop here? This glimmerous fop. Oh, no, wait, that's Clavier. Pigeon feed. Okay. My favorite Ace Attorney game? I think out of all the Ace Attorney games, I think this one is the best constructed from beginning to end. This one's the weakest case of the whole thing, and I don't dislike it. So, whereas the first Ace Attorney game, it's good. It's got a very basic thing going on there with the story, but I like it. It does have a few spots that are rough around the edges because that is the first of the games. Let's see. Ace Attorney 2, on the one hand, Turnabout Big Top. On the other hand, Farewell My Turnabout. This case is actually your favorite of Trials and Tribulations, huh? How about that? I mainly like all the arc-driven cases in this one, so case 1, kind of case 2. Cases 4 and 5 were great, though. Oh, wait. Duh. Okay. I am so sorry. I forgot. My favorite of the Ace Attorney games, by far, would be Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I think that was the strongest from beginning to end, with like very few weak points in the middle. I also really liked the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, but that has a very, very weak case. I hated it more than Turnabout Big Top. You didn't like Farewell My Turnabout, but you really liked Turnabout Big Top. Huh. Okay, well, I mean, you know, I respect your right to be wrong about that. I'm teasing. Opinions are valid because that is what makes them opinions. Okay, so he's not budging on... I don't even have a profile for him. What the heck? Okay, he's not budging on that. Or that. Or that. Okay, let's try talking to... Wait. Okay, let's present the job listings to this guy.
Mademoiselle.
Haven't played it a bit, but overall, the Layton crossover is your favorite. I liked the Layton crossover. Up until the ending. The ending was dumb. But, you know, overall, I did really enjoy that one.
Yes? Are you looking for a job?
What? No, I was just...
Let me see. Your style is on pure different, but you have a good face.
Hello there, Reeve. Welcome in. How are you? Alright, you guys, if you want to follow another Christian streamer, I highly recommend Revolution Live. He is also a variety streamer. He is currently working through Devil May Cry 5, or unless he finished that one. I didn't watch the stream because I'm trying to work through that series myself and avoid spoilers. Still playing through Investigations 2, but you've seen a Let's Play. It's your second favorite. Yeah, it is a really good one. I played the fan translation back in the day, so... I'm doing well, thank you, Reeve. Last DMC5 stream is hopefully tonight. Okay. Apollo Justice was actually my first game in the series, and I do like that one. I also don't dislike... Oh, wrong button. I don't dislike... Turnabout Serenade as much as most people do, because if you ignore the fact that the case is completely nonsensical in the fact that, you know, it's like, oh, well, if someone of his size were to use this gun, it would shatter every bone in their body, but we still think he did it despite the fact that, you know, his bones are clearly not shattered. If you ignore that, it's a relatively solid case. Apollo Justice was the first game you saw in the series. Like, why did they even have that in there to begin with? Like, what was the point? The stupid thing about the bones shattering.
Different? Félicitations, you have passed. I. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help!
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. How that was explained to you was a symptom of the dark age of the law. Okay, but here's the thing. The dark age of the law didn't exist by name until Ace Attorney 5. So if you're using... this, it has to be something that is explained in the game itself. Unless it's explicitly been put off for another game. It was supposed to be absurd. Yeah. Well, it's still dumb, but... Alright, let's go back to the detention center. Maybe I can get more out of Maggie now. Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. Guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay, Gumshoe's got to be available now. Case 1 of... Oh! Case 1 of Apollo Justice is the best in the series, absolutely.
Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent?
No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation.
Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal.
Gumshoe's really fired up about this.
Oh, yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor.
Oh.
Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again...
Yes?
I'll make sure you get locked up good for it. Got it?
I don't know how you're gonna do that, but okay. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh?
Yeah.
Back when she was on the police force, you were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Best fifth case, though, is fifth case of Spirit of Justice, even though Spirit... Yeah, I did like that one. I like that one. I still like Bridge to the Turnabout the best, but... You were... my personal favorite fifth case, though, would probably be the finale to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So many good revelations there. And unexpected plot twists, too. Yeah. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right?
Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? I was just it wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training, but that was it. Nothing happened.
Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing.
Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie.
I don't like her or anything.
Tsundere.
I was... Ah!
Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Bridge to the Turnabout left you feeling somewhat disappointed?
Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it?
Sure.
And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time?
Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind.
So I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim?
Glenn Elg, he was a computer programmer.
I see. Programmer.
He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal.
Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often?
It was good, don't get you wrong, but not as good as it was hyped up to be. Fair.
Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy.
Programmer and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that?
That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in a trial.
You're kidding! What was her supposed motive?
Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay?
What could this motive have been?
This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself.
Oh, that's right.
The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good for us, huh?
Look, pal, I got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop.
That's not exactly complimentary, you know. So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony?
The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim.
Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD.
CD? Oh, yeah, she did mention something about a CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD.
What?
Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal.
But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece, too?
Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie.
A radio? He didn't have a CD player?
You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all.
Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. Let's see. You say Spirit of Justice is your least favorite because although Investigations 1 is technically weaker, there were several points in Spirit of Justice where you weren't having fun. Even at its lowest point, there was no point in Investigations 1 where I wasn't having fun. That's fair. I think the thing that kind of took me out of Spirit of Justice, which I do otherwise like, was the names of the Kurainis. It just felt very, the puns felt lazier than usual. Kind of as long as it sounds foreign kind of thing. For you, Nayuta ruined the game. That is unfortunate. I don't dislike him as a prosecutor, but he's also really not interesting as a prosecutor either. He's just bland. For me, the true antagonist to that game was the Rafa, was it? I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Least favorite character in the whole... Oh, wow, that's bad. You hate him even more than Dr. Hadi, huh? Wait, Garan Sigatar Kurain? Alright, let's see. Okay, so sports paper. Like that.
What's that? Sports paper?
Yeah, found it in the magazine rack at Trey Bien.
It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here.
And take a look at this. See this writing here?
MC Bomber.
Hadi is supposed to be weird and creepy, and he's actually kind of funny. Fair. Like, that is the point of the character, is to not be likable. So, what is it?
I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber.
Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once.
It's no good. I can't remember.
Yeah, it goes back to being the gumshoe we all know and love. Nayuta is just boring and annoying and insufferable. Yeah, fair.
Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on the scribble.
Handwriting, huh? You get to know more about that in any case.
Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue.
Unless you're talking about the Japanese version of the Doctor, then yeah, no. Yeah, that little adventure in localization that I shan't bring up here. What do you make of this?
Sorry, pal. All I can think about is Maggie at the moment. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant...
You don't have to explain. Really.
I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was.
And what did he say?
He started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss for words. They must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for an hour.
But
he said you sucked so much it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty.
looked like he was trying to get Maggie found guilty? Huh. Okay, well. Poor Maya. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taking a shine to her. Suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Tribulations once things have cooled off. Charlie. Quite decorative plant. Sort of a keepsake, something to remember Mia by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. A long time ago. Maya watched it recently and said she cried all night too. Which, I guess, is why it's back up on the wall. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long that they are covered in a layer of dust. I guess I should at least pretend to read them once in a while. Oh, yeah, go back. There we are. It's my desk. I don't get to use it much, so it's still super neat and tidy from when Pearls cleaned it. There is a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. You're convinced Phoenix hit his head on the bar rather than past it? No, that's what you got to do to pass the bar in this town. Welcome to Ace Attorney, where the laws are made up and the rules don't matter. Chain is getting so rich that they bought a whole chunk of the next town over and started building a huge theme park. It's going to be called Gatewater Land. I wonder if that bellboy is going to send me a greeting card this year, too. Okay, well, that's enough reminiscing. Très bien. Vitamin Square. Never mind. Detention Center. Criminal Affairs Department. Should start presenting profiles, I guess. What do you make of this?
Sorry, pal. All I can think about is Maggie at the moment.
Okay. Phoenix should do what Edgeworth does and hide Steel Samurai comics in his law books.
The chef is Tribulations, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of the toxins. And then he gave me this bottle.
What's in it?
I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day.
Under orders?
Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy.
You can't stop thinking about him?
Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow.
Sound like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. Thank you, Reeve. Beautiful. Alright. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Tribulations? Other than the fact that he is Le Fruitcake.
It's kind of hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway.
Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything?
Well, this sort of stuff is kind of unimportant, gossipy stuff, you know, pal?
Trying to get the timing. Perfect.
Look, how about this? You go to Tribulations and investigate the place yourself. If you can find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay?
Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh?
Guess I better find out more about the chef and Tribulations and then report back to Gumshoe. To Tribulations! The scent of flowers is sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Oh, hello. Who was that just now? Customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her.
Ah, welcome, B Avenue.
Wow, what a cute voice. Oh, it's a good thing Pearl wasn't here to hear me think that.
Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya! Well, how do I look?
Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium.
Maybe, but it was kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer.
Who was that woman I just saw?
Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat.
I'm kind of hungry, actually. So, how do you like your new job, Maya?
I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that.
Yeah, it's a nice-looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come.
Don't forget about the ultra-cute waitress. Check out my gimme a tip smile.
Okay, I'd tip you, sure.
Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment. Or so he says.
How much is it?
It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. The twin tea set?
I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive.
What? But you can't! Come on, Nick! It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register.
How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy.
Yeah, right. Maybe later.
About the lunch.
Oh, a fine choice, sir. Kitchen, a lunch special, please. With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir.
Maya's really getting into this. So how much is a set lunch then, huh? $20? With the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's
$45! Hey, wait a sec, Maya! Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe Fortify lunch set.
Whoa.
A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit.
Thanks.
Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already.
Lobster, huh? All right. Down the hatch it goes. For the record, this is $45 before inflation. Imagine how much it would cost today.
Well,
Are you hungry, Maya?
I'm starving.
Here, it's yours.
Really?
Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate.
I just remembered, I've got to clean the toilets. Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets.
A Tribulations lunch special costs $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes.
Ugh. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey, Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen?
The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea.
What was it that Maggie said again?
In the kitchen, you'll get to see all the chef's greatest secrets.
In the kitchen?
That sounds tasty. Well, I doubt that, considering the fact that the food we got from there wasn't.
Hey, wait up, Maya! What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. Weren't you going to show me around? There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face.
I better conduct the search in the kitchen myself. Okay. To the kitchen.
And here it is, the famous Tribulations kitchen. It's my first time in here, too, today, actually. There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop! What an odd-looking piece of marzipan. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that? Isn't that used in Chinese food? Ah, look! Right there on the counter! My Magatama, what is it doing there? What indeed? What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. It's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 98, 9, 100? They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder? Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. Pretty. Okay, yeah. There's a book on the dresser. It says Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? Sus bottle. Kinda sus, yep. Looks like a collection of poems he's written. Poems? Cool. Read one out. And say it in your best French accent, with intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps? The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Saturday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I would do. I must lie to you. I must. Huh? That's it? Yep, that's a poem for you. So he's a horrible cook, a horrible aromatherapist, and a horrible poet, and a horrible dresser. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those. How do you respond to something like that? It's a fire hazard is what it is. That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with the balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch? Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that? Isn't that used in Chinese food? And look at these knives. They look really sharp. I'd like to see how one of those slices through a cheesecake. A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick. Okay. You don't think the French claim whatever that nasty food is? Well, too bad. I'm giving it to them anyway. Snuff the French. I'm kidding. Alright. Alright, so I think we've got everything we're going to get out of here. Alright, I am going to take a little bit of a break, so I will be back in a few minutes.
Where's the Be Right Back screen? If you are subscribed, you'll see a Be Right Back screen. Otherwise, you'll be seeing some ads. Hey guys, sorry for that long wait. I have returned. So now that we have Maya in tow, and more accurately, now that we have the particular uniform that she's wearing available to us, let's see if we can't get some more out of that curmudgeonly old man and Vitamin Square. That scooter's new. The old guy's not here anymore. Drat. And I still have some unanswered questions for him. A scooter, huh? Who would leave it right in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. Oh, surprised my lungs held out that long.
Hey, what you think you's doing with my bike?
No, I was...
You's been messing with my new ride? Is that what you's been doing?
New ride? Isn't that kind of...
You's gonna pay for this.
It wasn't me. I was just passing my...
Hey, then who's that? Who's the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? You's gonna pay. You catch my drift?
No, wait a sec. I'm not a pigeon, so I couldn't have done it.
Wise guy, eh? I ain't to beat you so hard I don't feel like you was smooching the express train.
Oh.
You better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of you lawyers, and then you's gonna pay.
Actually, I'm a lawyer myself.
What'd you say?
I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law.
Phoenix Wright. You saying you's Phoenix Wright?
Yeah, I am.
So you're a wise guy too, huh? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only.
What?
Out of my way, I gotta cruise.
He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me! Guess I better make a note of the scooter.
Pathetic.
Oh, it's you.
Few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes.
Have you been here the whole time, then?
I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do.
More like you had some cowering to do. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Take that.
I knew it. This old guy's got something to hide. But what could it be? Alright. Hold on, I gotta check something. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go on mute. Alright, I'm back. Alright, where was I? It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much?
Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat.
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
What do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all.
You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got?
I can tell that not you or anyone else in the world would go to that place for its food. The proof is in the pudding. Or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's the twin tea set.
Food at Tribulations is terrible and expensive.
You're wrong. It's cheap.
Huh?
I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a lot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons.
What a load of crock.
Taste's another story, but the price, it's nothing to me.
So you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn?
Exactly. With so much cash, I go for a swim in my money vault every day.
Unfortunately, that's a lie.
What?
You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. Why else would you have these job listings? This is yours, right?
My magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
I was... so what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money.
Oh?
I don't go to the restaurant for food. I just go for the Javachino.
Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there?
$8.
Those it better be some golden beans.
What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great.
No, it's not. But anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day.
Newspapers?
Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there.
I'm sorry, sir. There are no free papers to read at Tribulations. Ah, nuts. I don't have the right evidence for that. Phooey. Meanwhile, at Starbucks. No, $8 is expensive. I can get the largest drink on Starbucks menu for $7 at most. Alright, let's see here. Let's try going back to the detention center. Nope. Criminal Affairs Department. Ah, here we go.
Hey, just in time.
What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
The lab got back to me about the newspaper you gave me.
You must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up something? Anything?
They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elk. No doubt about it.
And welcome in, a Owl in the Brush. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. How are you?
They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elk. No doubt about it.
I expected as much.
The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Ah, well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal?
Just wanted to start taking orders from Gumshoe. Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. How about this small bottle?
Hey, you got one of those aroma bottles too, huh?
Only this one doesn't smell.
Huh, that'll get you.
This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. Not too bad. How am I? I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree?
A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis.
The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important.
I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef.
You suspect Gene Armstrong?
I got that guy's number. I know what his secret is.
Must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before.
I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean.
So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret?
You ever had lunch at Tribulations, pal?
Yes.
So, how was it?
To put it nicely, it was inedible.
Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so...
Yeah, I guess it's probably the food.
The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt.
Really? How much does he owe?
This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red.
$500,000? We talking dollars?
Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble.
Sorry, the figure just took me by surprise.
Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch!
Gene's debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is tender lender. Nice rhyme. Alright. Is there anything else I can present to him? Let's see, what else did I find? I don't think there was anything else in the kitchen. And he already knows that the food sucks, so... Alright, let's try the detention center. Nothing. Okay. Tribulations. Move to the kitchen. Nothing. Alright, well, I've got my newspaper back, so let's try Vitamin Square. Alright, so we're going to present the Megaton again. And... Time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much?
Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat!
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
Well, what do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all.
You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got?
I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world will go to that place for its food.
Take that!
Proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's the Twin T set.
The food at Tribulations is terrible and expensive.
You're wrong. It's cheap.
Huh?
I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. Water sips. I haven't done a jot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons.
What a load of crock.
Tastes another story, but the price, it's nothing to me.
So you're saying that you go there because you got money to burn?
Exactly. I have so much cash, I go for a swim in my money vault every day.
Unfortunately, that's a lie.
What?
You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. Job listings, right. This is yours, right?
My magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
I was... so what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money.
Oh?
I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the cappuccino.
Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there?
$8.
So better be some golden beans.
What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I'm just wondering if the coffee there is really that great.
No, it's not. But anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day.
Newspapers?
Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there.
I'm sorry, sir. There are no free papers to read at Tribulations. Okay, I believe I have to present the sports paper because it's the only paper that's there.
Take that!
Take a look at this.
What is it?
It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribulations.
So, what of it?
This is the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago.
Well, what?
Do you see what I'm getting at here? That new restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth?
I'm not hiding anything.
I'm gonna have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go so much to Tribulations is...
What are you asking me about that girl for?
she was the waitress at Tribulations. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress.
Ugh. But I don't recognize that face.
And you were probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. That uniform is all you can think about, isn't it?
I can't take it.
To you, that waitress was your...
Enough! Please, no more. Stop saying that word. Stop saying waitress. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Sir.
Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. It's fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I even get one of those lousy cups of Cappuccino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me, lock me up.
Really, that's not what I'm here for.
You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me.
No, really, listen, sir.
Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy. Let's show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo.
Sorry, Mr. Kudo.
You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more.
This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his psyche locks and everything. Guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. No. Oh. Pigeon feed. Okay. Okay, so done that. Go back to Tribulations now. About this. Sorry, Nick. I'm a waitress now. I got a pile of work waiting for little old me. Kitchen is not got anything going on. Which means that's... I mean, if there's nothing being cooked there, that's the best the food's ever tasted. Alright, let me present some of the other things I found, like the scooter. What do you make of this?
Sorry, pal. All I can think about is Maggie at the moment. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant...
You don't have to explain, really. Alright, let the loan.
It's for $500,000, pal. That's... $500,000 bills.
What was he in there for? Is there really that much money tied up in this case?
Can't give you an answer on that, pal. Not without the case file in front of me. But I'll tell you this. That Armstrong guy would have done anything for cash. He was desperate, you know.
No, I don't, but I think I sort of get the picture. Okay. What am I missing? Maybe if I present the... Oh, wait. I can present the profile to Gumshoe of Victor, perhaps. Okay, so back to the detention center. One thing I do like about Ace Attorney 5 and onwards is how they actually allow you to
pick any location from where you are, so you're not having to do this maze-like thing. All right, let's see. Wright and Co-Law Offices, Criminal Affairs Department. Right. So we present Victor Kudo's profile to Gumshoe.
He looks like one of those grouchy old man types.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. I don't mind guys like that. But if he's involved with this case somehow, that's a different story.
Sure.
Here's a tip for you, pal. If you want to get information out of a guy like that, you're going to have to find his weakness and try to get under his skin.
His weakness? I wonder what that might be. Hi, kitty cat. What do you make of this? Oh, okay. Alright, so now that I've said that to him, let's go back to the detention center. Go back to Tribulations. Present Victor to Maya, perhaps.
Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons?
Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes.
Ooh, ouch.
Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while?
Huh? Me? Why? Something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay. I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess?
Sir.
You again. Well, I see.
Nick, his eyes are burning into me.
It's okay. I think it's going pretty well.
You're
Huh?
still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, all right?
Play on the slide? Ah, we were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled.
Pigeon.
How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir.
Quiet, can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon?
Mia?
Well,
If you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you.
yes. Of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo.
Even from beyond the grave. Wow. About the incident.
Am I a voice actor? Technically, yes, because I do the voice acting here. Am I officially employed in any actual productions? No.
You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino?
It's like he's a different person.
It was quite a shock even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the Javachino over to him, you see.
And was the customer alone?
Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino and he said something like, "Ugh," and then collapsed, dead.
Oh, how terrifying.
You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know.
Certainly seems to be telling the truth now. Maybe one day. I can't say the industry as it stands is one that I would want to get into right now, but maybe when the overtone window shifts back in a direction I'm more comfortable with, it'd be doable. It looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either.
Do you like the food at Tribulations?
Well, of course. I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London.
Really? How interesting.
Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France.
What a lovely story. London's in England, not France.
Oh, yes, France is wonderful. Love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France.
I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you?
Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there.
Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure.
Be careful that chef, my dear.
Chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong?
That's right. The man's an ex-con.
He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do?
Oh, no. Those eyes. I can't take this.
You actually got to see her face? Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand.
He steals things from his customers.
From his customers?
Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things, mainly. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear.
Are you sure about this?
Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino.
He really is a regular.
Let me write you a little haiku about it.
A haiku?
A Japanese poem. I'll explain all you need to know about that chef. It'll explain.
Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender.
Okay. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement.
Poor guy, he couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. I mean, it worked. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant.
Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, how could you leave me like this?
I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a psyche lock or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong. I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you.
Volunteers, of course. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling.
I have to know the truth. What happened that day? March of the Penguins. Nice.
Hello, hello. I will confess everything. Just don't help me.
Huh? Well, that was a new world record.
It was a lottery ticket.
A lottery ticket?
La mano d'idea, a lottery ticket. For $500,000.
$500,000?
Oui, but after that incident, this ticket... it disappeared.
The ticket disappeared?
This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisons Amanda gets a $500,000 lottery ticket.
Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
Mais alors,
You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me, and I want to know the reason why.
no, monsieur, you told me, but I've confessed to you everything I know.
Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you.
Such stunning victoire. Hua, hua, hua.
Dear God. Wow, that's one piercing scream, even for a man like him.
Mais pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. I'm not Master Mask. I'm not the kind of person who steals the property of others.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. It's not exactly proof, but, you know, haiku is evidence, at least.
What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems.
Please, read it, and put some feeling into it.
convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender.
I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you?
Mon Dieu! Mais mensonge! You are the liar!
You deny it?
Do not make la false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see law incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers.
Hi. Seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong.
What is that?
This is my Magatama, and I found it in your kitchen.
No!
Wow, that scream just about broke some windows.
Oui. I have a weakness for la little trinkets and la figurines. And it just slips out. I cannot stop it.
You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right?
Oui, it is the truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not a small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. Mais non, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money.
Really now?
Oh, monsieur, what is it?
Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash? Mr. Armstrong. Take that! This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in his first place?
The man, he was listening to la radio with his earpiece.
I think he said something about that too.
The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, it exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted.
And the ticket?
Oui, he had all of his tickets spread out on the table.
Something's wrong with his eyes. Just his eyes.
I was so desperately in need of money, so I...
Put the poison in his coffee?
No. Oh, no, you naughty man. I simply add myself to one of his tickets.
What?
The victim collapsed, and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them.
Yeah, but only one of them was a winning ticket, right?
How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. I did not take it. La ticket for $500,000, I mean.
But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket.
Mais non, ma fille. It was not...
I don't know who this is. So that's enough.
Huh? Ah!
Mr. Godot! What in the heck are you doing here? This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. Came in here for coffee. Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question.
I'm the airhead, no, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at.
But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong tickets. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with a winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1.
You see, I'm just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing.
So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we?
Voila! You two, time to laugh at the pretty little airhead.
Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. Can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this. And certainly not again. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone online. Trying to check and see who we've got. All right, does anyone have any suggestions for who to raid? Because I'm not seeing anyone of mine that I'm particularly wanting to raid right now. And the similar categories is not giving me anyone that's standing out either. Because I know we've got a lot of people, so I'd kind of hate to just have the stream end here without showing some other channel some love, but... Actually, Reeve, are you still here? Are you going to start soon? Because we could send it over to... We can send it over to you. Okay, well, I'll tell you... Wait, can I raid someone who's not online right now? Let me try it. Hold on. So I'm going to try raiding Reeve's channel here. And, you know, if he starts soon, great. Otherwise, you know, try and stick around and see if you can support him when he goes live. This is Dr. Novelle signing out for the evening. Hope to see you on Sunday when I hope that I should be able to wrap up Final Fantasy VII on Sunday. Wednesday for the next stream in this series is kind of up in the air at the moment. I will post in my Discord if I am not going to be streaming on Wednesday, I'll post in my Discord letting people know that that's not going to happen. Otherwise, I will be streaming as planned. But let us begin the raid, and you all have a good one.